What's up, everyone? It's Samantha Jade Minor, but we're all friends here, so you can call me Sam. That's probably what I could have called this podcast. You can call me Sam, but it's not. Uh, this is actually the podcast formerly known as A Minor Mom Makeover, but I'm shaking things up. I'm making changes, a lot of changes. This is the first episode of Devoted to Her. Okay, there was a lot of thought that went into this process. There's it's a lot. So I'm gonna do my best to break it down for you and tell you why I decided to change not just the podcast name from A Minor Mom Makeover to Devoted to Her, but why I changed my company name from Lady Minor to Devoted to Her. Like it's a change all over social media, Instagram, TikTok. Again, my business, my website, everything. Now, where do I begin? First of all, A Minor Mom Makeover was a podcast specifically for moms, right? And I hold mothers in such a high regard because I'm a mom of seven. I have a lot of stories, a lot of, I don't want to call it advice, but things that I want to share, things that I have shared to help other parents through tough situations. However, I've been through a lot in my 42 years on this earth. I am a two-time cancer survivor. I am a domestic violence survivor. Like I said, I'm a business owner. I was a clothing designer for a long time. What else have I? I've been a makeup artist since 2005. I mean, I've already aged myself. I told you I'm 42, and I'm very proud of it. I'm blessed, very blessed to see 42. So yeah, I'm not ashamed of that. But yeah, I got my cosmetology license in Arizona back in 2000. Oh, was it 2000? But 2000, 2003 or 2004, so even further than that. But I digress. I'm rambling because I'm a little nervous because this is like giving birth, so to speak. It's like um, it's putting something new out into the world and not knowing how people are going to receive it. But I'm excited nonetheless because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I've had notes all over my office and my bedroom for months now of what I wanted to do with A Minor Mom Makeover and Lady Minor Boutique, which is my candle company, my self-care company. Um, and I just wanted to combine it all. And that's pretty much what I'm doing, combining it all to make one big, glorious self care company. But like I said, I didn't want to limit myself because I have a lot of experiences. Uh, I know a ton of people from networking over the years. I know therapists, I know estheticians, I know other business owner, I know people in finance. I know so many people that I can't keep them all to myself. That would be selfish. So I want to bring these people on the show to help you really live your best life, to heal mind, body, and spirit. Originally, originally, I wanted to launch. I wanted the launch to take place on International Women's Day, which I don't know what day you're listening to this on, but I'm recording on March 9th, the day after International Women's Day. So I had this whole big idea planned. I wanted everything done and perfect. I wanted the logo, the website, the first podcast episode with the new name and products, the whole kit caboodle. But I was tired, like totally overwhelmed. This is a one woman show, by the way. Like everything I do, my business, my website, my logo, like I've gone to school for graphic design, everything, like everything. Again, I digress. So I thought it would be a boss move, like so powerful to have it all done, all tied up with this beautiful bow on March 8th, International Women's Day. That's not what happened, and I was kind of disappointed. Like, I introduced it to the world slowly, uh, but then I realized to do what you want to do is powerful anytime you do it. And I'm gonna keep it real with you because that's what we do around here. I thought about that while I was on the toilet last night. It's the middle of the night, and I'm talking to myself, kind of like disappointed that I didn't get this episode up yesterday and that I didn't have the website done to really show everyone what it's all about. Um, and then it really came to me like, Sam, yo, it's you're doing something that you want. You're putting something out into the world that you're proud of. Something that you've been dreaming of doing for a very long time. It's powerful to do what you want anytime you do it. There's so many people in this world that are afraid to to step out there and live their life the way they want to. And the ones that do, I commend you. Like, because this is your life. We get one shot at this. Whatever it is that you believe, I don't know, I believe we get one shot at this thing called life. So I'm about to carpe diem the heck out of it because this is what I want to do. So, devoted to her, the name, I prayed. Honestly, I prayed on it. I'm very Christian, believe very much in God. I wouldn't say I'm religious, I'm very spiritual. And I prayed on it. And I'm going to be real with you. I've been divorced for, in April, it'll be 2 years, separated for like 3. Um, Here's the thing. A Minor Mom Makeover was a name that I came up with. I was married. Minor, that's not my birth name. My birth name is actually this really crazy to say German name. I'm not even gonna touch on that right now. But and my business, Lady Minor, that again, like those things, that name, even though it's my children's last name and it is currently my last name, it didn't feel good to have it attached to my businesses. Something that I'm very proud of, something that I'm nurturing. It just did not feel good to have that last name attached to these beautiful creations. So I prayed and prayed, and as time went on, I sat down and I'm brainstorming. And I realized again, I didn't want to limit myself to just talking to mothers. I love all women, but I know that as women of color, I am a Black woman, proud to be a Black woman. Women of color are not always represented in the best light. And I wanted to create something that was relatable and where I could kind of put my stamp out there in the world and have something to offer and bring in friends and people that I've met along the way that I know have stories to tell and something to offer. I wanted to create something that is going to help those out there on their healing journey. I have had to heal from a lot of things, mind, body, and soul. And that's what Devoted to Her is about. Helping you as a woman find new ways, find new tips and tricks and things that can help you on your journey to healing whatever it is that you need to heal in your life. And I couldn't be more proud of what I'm doing because I feel like a lot of people talk about purpose these days, but I feel like this is my purpose in the world. I'm not a 2-time cancer survivor for no reason. When I first started the podcast, A Minor Mom Makeover, I was working at Mac, and I had been thinking about it for a while. Like, I want to do something, I want to do something. And this woman came into the store one day to get her makeup done, and we're talking, and she found out I have 7 kids. And I felt it was confirmation because before she left, she looked at me and she told me, "You don't have 7 kids for no reason. You have stories to tell. You have something that you need to do with that." And I felt that was confirmation for the podcast. Now, with everything I've been through, because right after that, I'd say a month or two later, was when I was diagnosed with cancer. So this goes back to 2019. Now I feel I still have something to offer to mothers, but I feel like I have something to offer to all women. So I definitely will do an episode on my healing journey uh, with cancer, but there, like I said, there's many other things that I had to heal from, including domestic abuse, including childhood trauma. So yeah, this is us now. This is this is the new podcast. This is the new name. Uh, that's what we're doing. So this is the podcast that's um, devoted to her. It's devoted to whomever she is that needs this. Uh, I'm still working on the bells and whistles. I don't have a formal intro. I don't think I ever had a formal outro. Uh, but this is the new path. This is the journey. And I hope that you will stick around for it and join me. I'm excited for the guests that I have lined up. I'm really excited to see where this is going to take not just me, but all of you. All right. I do apologize. I missed you guys and didn't get to say Happy International Women's Day, but it was just yesterday, and we're still in Women's History Month, so let's make history. Thank you so much for listening. You can find me on Instagram at Samantha Jade Minor. You can find me on YouTube at Samantha Jade Minor. And as episodes come, I will have the new website for you guys, and we'll be able to communicate and start a conversation. But that's it for this episode, this first episode. As always, take care of you, and this is devoted to her.